you guys ready for Horror Nights? What's going on, you guys? This is Anthony from the Nights of Horror, and today we are going to talk about the lineup for Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2017. I'm going to talk to you about what I'm most excited for and what I'm least excited for. So without further ado, let's get right to it. But first and foremost, the thing I'm going to go from all the properties, what I'm least excited for, to what I'm super excited for. So the first two I'm going to talk about, what I'm least excited for is The Walking Dead. The only reason I'm saying that is because it's a permanent attraction, so if I want to go see The Walking Dead, I can go literally any time of the year, all year. So I've already been through it a couple times. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I think it's a good attraction, but it's too short for me, and like I said, if I want to go through it, I can go through it all year long. So that's The Walking Dead. That's one of them I'm least excited for. Another thing I'm least excited for is honestly the Insidious maze. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Insidious. It's a good horror movie. It's one of the best horror movies since like a long time. And the only reason I'm kind of not looking forward to it as much is because we've had Insidious mazes in the past, and I kind of already know what to expect. And then on top of that, they're incorporating the fourth movie, which I don't know how that's gonna work out really, because we've only seen one trailer for it, and they you know, when going through mazes that I haven't seen like a movie or anything yet, I kind of get confused on whether or not I get it or not. So Insidious is another maze. I am also looking forward to it though, because with Insidious comes the new monster. And the new monster looks cool. She's got like keys for hands and stuff like that. So I am kind of interested to see what the new monster looks like. On top of that, they are bringing back old monsters from Insidious 1, 2, and 3. So I'm also looking forward to that. Moving on now, I think the next maze I'm really looking forward to this year is the Horrors of Blumhouse. Now, the Horrors of Blumhouse sounds really cool. When John Murray tweeted about it, he said that you know, there's going to be a purge compound outside that you're going to have to walk through, and then it's going to go straight into the movie theater, which is locked down for the purge. That's showing a Blumhouse marathon. I'm super excited for that because they're bringing Sinister and Happy Death Day alive. I did see the trailers for Happy Death Day, and it does look really interesting to see. If you haven't seen the trailer, I will put a link in the description below to see the trailer. Go check it out. It actually looks pretty good. But this maze, it looks like it's going to be pretty good, because I feel with this maze, it's going to incorporate a lot from each movie. I mean, we've already seen what they've done with the Purge as far as scare zones, and then last year they kind of treated us with like a little maze called the Purge Gauntlet, the Gauntlet of Fear, which is pretty cool. So I'm more excited to see what they incorporate into a maze. This is going to be the first time they ever do a maze, and the maze is actually going to be the same place where the Gauntlet was, so that's pretty cool. On top of that, if we go into Sinister, if you've ever seen the Sinister movies, they're actually pretty sadistic. The demon itself is pretty scary, and just the story behind the Purge is, or not the Purge, the story behind Sinister is pretty interesting as far as what's going on and stuff. You know, you have a guy filming all these deaths, but then you have the demon who's actually doing all the deaths. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they bring all the Sinister movies to life. And then Happy Death Day is going to be really interesting because that comes out Friday, October 13th, and I am really interested in seeing how they're going to bring that trailer to life. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, it's supposed to be Groundhog Day, and this girl wakes up over and over again, and she has to find out who her killer is, and it's a guy in a pig mask, or maybe a girl, I have no idea yet, I haven't seen the movie, and they keep killing her day after day, but they kill her different ways. So I'm interested to see how he's going to bring Happy Death Day to life. Is he just going to show all the different killings? Are you going to keep reliving the same scene of her waking up and then you go to a different killing? Like, it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. Now let's move on to the next maze. The next maze I'm really looking forward to now is the Titans of Terror. Now, the Titans of Terror, if you guys don't know by now, and this all goes out to another YouTuber that I watch called ThemeParkInfo. I'll put his link in the description below. He's a really good YouTuber. He does a lot of Horror Nights and theme park stuff. but he had said that the Titans of Terror was originally supposed to be The Conjuring, and I'm kind of mad they didn't do The Conjuring, because Conjuring is actually a really good horror movie. If they would have done 1 and 2, that would have been great, because 1 and 2 were both really scary movies, and much like Insidious, it was a good horror movie for, like, it's been a while since we had a really good horror movie, and Conjuring and Insidious actually brought back that feeling of a good horror movie. But if you actually look at the facade for Titans of Terror, the way John Murdy kind of played it out, and the way it's actually supposed to be. The way John Murdy played it out was, he said that it's going to be like Halloween night. This kid wanted to stay home and watch all of his favorite horror movies, so you're going to walk through the Titans of Terror. You're going to go through each horror movie, which looks which was pretty cool to save it. But if you look at that facade of the house when you go to Halloween Horror Nights this year, pay attention, because it's actually the house from the first Conjuring movie. So that was cool that they kind of, he kind of changed it up last minute, which was, I get it. Sometimes you can't get a hold of properties, or sometimes you can't do certain things just to get the maze you want. John Murdy has said in the past he waited 11 years to get The Exorcist, and he waited 12 years to get The Shining. So it just takes time, guys. Maybe we'll get Conjuring next year with other Blumhouse movies. He looks like he just signed a new deal with Blumhouse, because he has done Insidious in the past, and this year if he's doing the Horrors of Blumhouse, I think him and Jason Blum are doing like a partnership, hopefully, because the Blumhouse has a lot of good movies. I wouldn't mind, honestly, seeing a split, like a split maze. And I know what you guys are going to say, like, oh, what possibly can you see in a split maze? Well, if you look at the end of the movie, and I'm going to put the full-on spoiler alert and the thing, you guys have 5 seconds to get off. Alright, so here goes the spoiler. If you look at the end of the movie, James McAvoy's character, he turns into the Beast. The Beast was all the split personalities put in one, but the Beast was like super strong and he eats people and stuff. So it would just be cool to see, his different personalities in the maze, and on top of that, seeing the Beast at the end killing people, which would be really cool. On top of that, in the movie you do see the people get kidnapped, so they can incorporate that in the maze. But Blumhouse has a lot of good movies that I hope they bring to life. I think one was The Gift or something like that, or there was one where the 2 kids go to see their grandparents, but they're actually not the grandparents, they're psychopaths. That'd be interesting to see to come to life. But yeah, well, Titans of Terror should be good though, because it's gonna be Freddy, Jason, and Leatherface. So I'm super excited for that. That's gonna be really cool. The next thing I'm really looking forward to actually is the Titans of Terror tram. Now, the Titans of Terror tram is going to be good for me, in which case, because they have Jason, Leatherface, and Freddy. On top of that, they're bringing back Chucky this year, because Chucky is hosting the Terror tram, which is going to be cool. It's been a while since Chucky has been at Universal Studios. I think the last time he was at Universal Studios was the first year I went, which was in 2011, and that was when they did the Chucky's Funhouse maze. He used to do the Insult Emporium, but a lot of people actually, I think, got offended by that, so they don't do it no more, which is kind of a bummer, because I would love to see Chucky roast off some people. But I'm really excited because this year they can have, Chucky. They always have a cool backstory of what's going on in the back lot and how they took over and stuff. So it's gonna be cool this year, because I want to see how they're gonna split up each area for Halloween Horror Nights. I'm assuming like the first part of like where Whoville and the Bates Motel will probably most likely be either Freddy Krueger or Leatherface, and I want to say more on the line of Leatherface, because with Leatherface it makes more sense. They can say like the hotel's in Texas or something like that, and then as you go on to like the wilderness area, that's obviously going to be Jason, because they're going to set it up for Camp Crystal Lake. And then I want to say more Freddy is in the plane crashing scene, because that would look more as a nightmare, in my opinion. Like if you saw that, it'd be like a bad nightmare, like a plane crash. So that would be pretty cool to see. On top of that, I want to know where they're gonna. Maybe the Whoville part will actually be Chucky. A lot of little Chuckies running around. You'll see Chucky throughout the maze. He's helping out his fellow colleagues kill people, which would be pretty cool. So I'm really excited to see how the Titans of Terror tram is gonna be. If you've gone in the past, I've known since let's see, when I went in 2011, it was Scream, because they were promoting the new Scream movie, and then from 2012 all the way to 2014, it was Walking Dead, and then 2015 No, yeah, 2015 was The Purge, and then last year they brought in the famous icon Hollywood Harry, which I wish they would make an HHN icon. We need one bad, and that would be really cool to see. But Titans of Terror Tram just looks like it's going to be cool. I just can't wait to get off the tram and you get all pumped up and stuff and watching the video and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. The next thing I'm looking forward to big time is the Saw Maze. Now, they had a Saw Maze one year, and that was in 2010. That was literally the year right before I started going. And I heard it was actually really good. If this one says that it's going to bring some stuff from all the movies, like all the traps and everything, I'm really excited to find out what they're going to incorporate into this maze, because there's a lot of famous saw traps that they can incorporate into this maze. On top of that, you can see the puppet Jigsaw everywhere laughing. You can just see a lot of stuff. If you're not really familiar with the Saw movies, it's not really more of the line of horror movies, but it's more in the line of gore and the famous traps that Jigsaw puts together. I think the most that's going to pop up, if anything pops up at you, is going to be the pig suit that Jigsaw always wears to capture his victims. But that will be the thing that pops at you the most. I had heard from the League of Extraordinary Vloggers that they said that in this maze it's going to be cool because you're going to have to like duck under stuff and like stuff like that. It's going to be like an interactive maze from what I heard. I'm not too sure about that, but if that's so, then I'm really looking forward to that, because it'd be cool if they get a duck under like a what made it look like a blade or something, and it'd be really cool to see that kind of stuff in a maze. Like that'd be the first ever from when I've gone from 2011 all the way till now that something like that's happened. So I'm really looking forward to the Saw maze. The next maze I'm actually looking forward to after watching the season, because I wasn't looking forward to it when they first announced it, but actually watching the season I was pointing out what they could put in the maze and stuff, was American Horror Story Roanoke. Now Roanoke Nightmare was actually a pretty interesting season. If you didn't watch it, here's another spoiler on the screen. Alright, if you didn't watch it, the first half of the season was a reenactment of the actual people telling their story, which was the Roanoke Nightmare. They moved into this house, which is built on ancient burial grounds, and then a lot of stuff starts going down from there. You meet the butcher, and then you meet a big old kind of like cult and stuff. But then the second half of the season, they return to the house, the actual people and the actors, and a lot of stuff starts going down. Everybody gets murdered, and only a couple people live and stuff, and you see the actual butcher. Sorry about that, guys, I got cut off at the butcher part, but yeah, American Horror Story Roanoke was such a good season, and I'm really looking forward to see what they incorporate into this maze. Another maze I'm really looking forward to this year, like big time, is Ash vs. Evil Dead. Now Ash vs. Evil Dead looks really good. I'm a huge Evil Dead fan. I'm a huge Bruce Campbell fan in general, so just to see that both seasons of this maze are going to be coming to life is going to be pretty interesting to see. Me and my cousin would binge watch both seasons, and we are super excited to see this maze. What demons are going to be incorporated, what deadites are going to be incorporated. A lot of Ash, hopefully, with his chainsaw hand. That would be really cool. A lot of the whole gang of Kelly and Pablo. That would be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this maze though, because like I said, I'm a huge Evil Dead fan, and also I'm a huge Bruce Campbell fan. So the day of the event, you'll actually see me in an Evil Dead shirt. I'm hoping I actually get to say hi to Bruce Campbell if he's there. Also, I'm hoping to say hi to John Murray too. But I'm just looking forward to this. It's gonna look like it's gonna be a really promising maze, and from what I've seen in the past, if John Murray can turn awesome shows into what they are now, I'm not even stressing it, because I know it's going to be a good maze. So that's another maze I'm looking forward to. And the very last maze, the one I'm really looking forward to, and the one that's taken 12 years to get his hands on, is The Shining. Now, if you're not really familiar with The Shining, and here's another spoiler alert, but if you're not really familiar with The Shining, a lot of the major scary parts doesn't happen until almost the very end of the movie. So it's going to be interesting to see a lot of the stuff come to life. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's stuff in between that you see, like the typewriter scene and the red rum scene and the kid and everything. But a lot of the major stuff doesn't happen until you to the very end of the movie. So I'm really interested in seeing how he's going to bring this maze to life. There's a lot of stuff he can work with, especially when Jack goes psycho and stuff. So I'm really interested to see it. Another part in this maze I'm super excited to see that he said he's going to incorporate, I'm hoping it's really cool, is elevator blood scene. Now, he said that it's gonna be exactly like how we see it in the movie, so I'm really excited to see how he made it and how he's gonna incorporate it. It should be really awesome, guys, and I'm super excited for The Shining. There's also a lot of famous scenes I want to see, like the Here's Johnny scene, and you know, the part where he's chasing his son in the maze, and it's all snow and stuff. So this year's a pretty good lineup, guys. I'm really excited for this lineup. Guys, we're that many days away from Halloween Horror Nights. I'm super excited, guys. I keep saying in every video that I'm making, but me and my cousin will be there opening day. If you guys find me, don't be afraid. Come and say hi. I love my fans. You guys have been giving me a lot of kind words in the comment section. You guys have been giving me a lot of support. You guys seem to really like my HHN videos, which is awesome. I'll keep making them if you guys like them so much. And I'm really glad you guys are actually watching my content. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome supporting me and stuff, and I like how you guys are following me on social media. That's really cool. I like to connect with you guys on social media and stuff. So thanks, guys, for watching. I will see you at Halloween Horror Nights this Friday, and if you're not going this Friday, I'm actually starting to work out some details with my cousin. We might buy a multi-day park ticket so we can go more days throughout the time Halloween Horror Nights is there. And if that's so, I'll let you guys know on that in an update video, so you can come see us if you didn't get to see us opening day. But thanks, guys, for watching this video, and I will see you guys in